Welcome to Bhutan This Week, our weekly news magazine program with me, Sonampem. Our top stories this week. His Majesty the King, accompanied by His Royal Highness the Gese, graced the consecration of Druk Wangditse Haka. Mao Bridge construction contract to be awarded by end of this year. And Bengaluru FC defeats Power FC 1-0 in the first leg match of the preliminary round 2 of the 2020 AFC Cup. Coinciding with the 4th birthday of His Royal Highness the Gese, His Majesty the King, accompanied by His Royal Highness the Gese, graced the consecration of Druk Wangditse Haka in Thimphu. Wangditse Haka is one of the oldest temples in Thimphu, which was damaged by an earthquake around 9 years ago. The newly restored Haka is a tribute to His Majesty the King. His Majesty the 4th Drugyalpo, Their Majesties the Queen Mothers and other members of the royal family were present at the consecration ceremony. The Prime Minister and a few cabinet ministers were also in attendance. The Tashi Ngasal ceremony was presided over by the Doji Lady. Standing on a ridge overlooking Tashi Dzong and the entire Thimphu city, Wangditse Haka was built in 1715 by the 8th Desi Druk Rabge. It was first built to house administration and religious activities. Later, the structure functioned as Al-Haka. The Al-Haka suffered a substantial damage due to the September 2011 earthquake, following which the Department of Culture carried out the conservation and restoration project under the guidance of Her Majesty the Queen Mother Tsring Yangden Wangchuk. The project, worth over 154 million Yutum, started in July 2013 and was completed last month. The project was funded by the government. The main relic of the Al-Haka is the Buddha statue in the center and Chote Deshe Ge on the two sides. The Buddha statue is more than 300 years old. Through archaeological survey undertaken by the Department of Culture, it was possible to restore and reconstruct the dismantled parts and shakhor of the Al-Haka to its former glory.
Ngachigi ma shakhor de ngachigi hama Samuel David ki sketch sati chora chi pe hama ga imbe tato ngachi tizumbera nem pedi isu. Ta ngachigi annalo ngachi khachita chi gache maso achin ngachi annalo project masochi ngachigi tahogi debris ta ku tele chute tisu kara ngachi hama ga imbe ngachi namso bedibe ngachi sap namsimichi ngachi nemma besi junila.
The Al-Haka got its name during the consecration ceremony after its construction in the 18th century. During the ceremony, many people from different regions gathered at the Al-Haka to make offerings and pay respect to Desi Druk Rabge. He considered the event auspicious as it brought different regions under the central power and thus is said to have named the Al-Haka as Wangditse, meaning the peak of conquest. Sonampem for BBS News. Shifting some ministries to other districts and introducing pick-and-drop bus service for offices with large number of staff were some of the recommendations to address the growing number of vehicles in the country. The Council continued its deliberations on the review report on the policies related to vehicle imports by the Economic Affairs Committee.
Listening to the discussion, it was clear that something needs to be done before too many vehicles crowd the streets in the country.
행카 주탐기 익사 개랑 어쩌라 팀블루 작업 누가 하세? 다 아니기 강열 쌤이 수님매가 하세. 익사디수 룽초 다냠날레 팔로 빼디비 쭈다바친 아니 팀부다 핀슬링기 가리기 강열디 쌤 미춥가 하세. 딜랭이바딘 익사 리리날로 ngachara lejeb ririgi gari dadi jomidi yubabchi maje te rara sosogi zimchunadi kachewela di bioleten digibe 익사기 멈추다 티디기be keldim basi yubachenla
저라 촘다 때 종카 때 당가지기 게데기 때 거리 레셔요사 라콜 레셔요사 결등기 샵도 레셔 때 레짐베 때 퓨투수기 사고나로 파디 맞잖아 중기 눈코르데수 가데 다수수지 마팝 잡고 세위기 때 던집지 때 나루 치버친 때 남섬 레지모니메 세슈니라
다 로드나로 이치미지 되고 바스 이데 로투기 장가다 티신다 대안인지 투수바친 중기 같은데 땡아자라 톰날로 눈코 마숑미 강글데 대아시기 세순 임베스 대안이디 담바 아자라 눈코 마숑미 강글 세츠비 칼로 디날로 쫄룸데 템비 강글데 소세츠베 딜레텐디게 마후다 때 두순기 세르두스 마캅츠베
담미 망켈딘기 튕겐디 땡아라기 버진 다도 zonka 마빠빠로 뿌나 할라바 데리레니니 게르기밍 옴츠기 주디라 다니 게르기밍 옴츠기 데 디와일 하베 달라파 샵토디 레짐베 미말로 슝기 다마순사 피니기 텐로 데 슝기 카토네 마빠 나 촉충기 데 초티디라 공세 마팝기 케빈 징고베 치디둘라 아니 수미기 미망켈딘기 샵토레 템비기 바푼딜로 데콩 양친 태양차 양친 뉴스집에 깨답도 버신 공기배로 게르기밍 옴수기배로 데 아지세 셈 슈케디기베 샵토디 피츠 봉스노멜라
The Economic Affairs Committee recommended enacting effective national transport policy, abolishing import quota for privileged public officials, designing targeted interventions, and improving public transport. But the discussion will continue. This is Pasang Luji for BBS News.
Despite the commitment from the government and many incentives provided, use of hybrid and electric vehicles in the country is yet to pick up pace. So countering this trend and encouraging import of such vehicles, the government has slashed the green tax on hybrid cars.
As per the Tax Amendment Bill of Bhutan 2020, the green tax on hybrid vehicles not exceeding 1,500 cc will be reduced to 2.5% from 5%. For those exceeding 1,500 cc but below 3,000 cc, the tax has come down by 5% from the existing rates.
짜담다 쫑체디 베와신 자찰이 짱압추 마팝라 다디날로 하이브리드 카스 게라기 텐루 짜담다 쫑체디 자찰은 압추 마팝 딜레 ngojang thedi karana le jachal ngangari ma phapke se shodi debe phu se shunila te di ngojang thedi te ngachagi dumdachi mama manyumchi te ngachagi khatuli kegobe se shunda dinale jachal cha ni da nga changa 2.5% la te ngojang the nyuntara je jachal cha ni da nga kegobe te di jurwa chungguchi te sochungge khatuli phu shindu te choma yongi te dinalo chajurup nai se shunila
다니 체 마파 퓨미디기 딜루 남스미지 nomkor nangden beninnalu penchi matobina ase yanjin digi namsmi pen toshine be duru temi dusu semshu ke junigi dille duru hengera hemada chepda duru thema phabina asela de kadimji be tengachiregi lokshule tembigi nomkor dusu nangden beninnalu te namsmi chen shukke masoptoji be wachin tengachiregi shungi khotule shungi nomkor dusu nangden be kablu te lokshuda disule tembigi nomkor dusu kachibe nangden be masopina ase 때 양치만 다 내려 봤다 슝기 커들래 내가 저기 슝기 놈 코르도 소녀위기 갑로 개갑기랑 신예 땅 디다치 칼로 같이 남시 주로다 디술이시 샤시네베 때다 놈코 록실레 댐비기 놈 코르도수 나진 베니기 철시도수 가데베 웨비나.
Against this question, the finance minister said that electric and hybrid vehicles are not popular in the country due to the rugged terrains and lack of charging stations.
te kamba na la pa la thosa rizata na la pa jugobala tindibe te thete logmi gi gari digi kilometer sumja jusub se washin chikja ngap chude chigi juma subegi te yubabi dinalu ta nga chigi pe chunjumi du se shunela charging station se khon te logmi gi dinale nga chigi charge basically sago di ro nga chigi te gobi gi sago na chu jama sub ro chbe di be washin nala phal num khurde ta pha pele la hib da gari ko ja junegi te dumrachi te tab midi se shunela te chertang di shaptochi jungi khatule dindim mi bale tendibe midi tsugi dumra chi dinalu te yanza paza kiti bebe te donle mathumi di dile tendi imbe se shuni te khachu shudinga chegi logmi gi gari lo tengo pela te debe member chin dumrachi tab dihi da thi dibe te beshimda lognumgi gari dilui te shoot tengo be te nalapanga chi khorup di debra te chashung se shuni.
While presenting the bill, the Finance Minister also informed the House on the 5% voucher tax exemption on prepaid and postpaid mobile service users. He also touched on the tax reduction for mobile, cellular, and wireless and telephone sets and energy-efficient appliances. Pema Saldun Sring, BBS News.
The contract for the construction of a bridge over Mao River in Galifu will be awarded by the end of this year. The Works and Human Settlement Minister shared this during the question hour of the National Assembly. He was answering to Panbang MP who asked for an update on the delayed southern highway between Galifu and Panbang.
Minister Doji Sring assured that the bridge over Mao River will be constructed within the present government's tenure. Spanning over 800 meters, it will be the first of its kind and would require a huge budget.
다 다른 거지 남군기 티취기 티베샤디 당아치 집서 배우가 유유신이라 대보도로 다 남자로 구고배 신이라 안벤디기 다 다른 거지기 다 찌타되니다 디 저기 베니기 티 라딩 거지기 티 카바로 티 트니 배도 신이라 다 카바로 트 차비간에 티 카바기 차치 남자기 추기 때다 남주디 가르비된데가 티 추가 텔레제니메가 추기 범충 감지 오네메 티수까라 제심날레 티 디단 틴비기 티다 거지기 저게지
The Gilifu Panbang Highway, as per the current plan, will be connected by the Mao Bridge. However, according to Panbang MP, there has been no progress on the highway yet. MP Doji Wangdi said the road will reduce the travel time between the two places by half.
달 허초기 슝남기 대가입들로 디 칼루시시 슈니라 슝니페기 갑루디 데 제마스페 데 고샤데 슈니라 다 데리기 지스숨바 슝숨베기 대가입들로 데 슝기 카틀레 켈랑 디 허초기 샤누기 슝남디 리부 데 저튼 베니베 둠니베 켈랑 유이스 슈니 인드레베로 데 다트 선식이 바날루 데 람디 저튼 베니시디 데나 손디레 베디베로
The minister was also asked on the status of Pedlingtong Shuchiwak Road, which connects Dagana and Wangdifurang Zongkhaks.
나가나기 때다 종학디 때다 순코실레 코디 옹먹어봐 나가 뺄랄레 코디 옹먹어봐 데 킬로미터 배와진 킬로미터 딘줄 합 디지기 디나로 케벤두 신이라 다 차로 디나로 딩아지기 망을 쭈마수 이누 데 차로 슈멈기 디나로 땡아지게 로주 랍심날레 종하다 지가 로주 랍심날레 종하다 종하기 바나 로주 랍심날레 게오다 게오니기 바나 로주 랍심날레 땡아지게 차로 디쇼 차르물 디쇼 쭈디기베 데 고쭈니기 데베 빠참도 세 데베 주니라.
Regarding the safety of travelers using Ose bypass between Gilifu and Shimgang, the minister said once the alternate route for the bypass is complete, people will not have to face any inconveniences. Similarly, Minister Doji Sring informed the House on the Gangolal-Hinse Highway.
Disu ngachire hunchigi zongkhadi te thazu chilu te luidi yesemidi te ngaragi she shinila dato junge te ngaji gi she shinila di thazu chilu luidi lugomidi nedundi singar gorgangi lamdi ondo zevgi ne pain shinilandi singar gi gorgangi lamdi ondo ze nama oni mebigi ne badi gaji du sawachin dari ngachire gangolale hunchigi lamdi debra lusono se urale lingmi thange lamdi debra lusono se 산에 도질룽 럿파숑루 잠체메베 리소노 세 디수가라 디기네바 인세 데베.
At the session today, most questions were related to roads as members are of the opinion that a road is the main component for any developmental activity. Kiletem for BBS News.
The National Council showed appreciation to the government for introducing sustainable development fee of 1,200 Newton per night per person for regional tourists. But they also shared concerns over its impact as the Tourism Levy and Exemption Bill of 2020 was introduced in the House.
The National Council supported the idea to levy sustainable development fee for regional tourists, but the House is worried that the policy might reciprocate and impact Bhutanese at home as well as in the region.
아니승기 nga na nupchoda 장초기 게 송가기 미세속이 메켄라 ngachi mas 때 호삼 날레바 되미기 때 레심라 시에스니라 때 다르나바 베루 ngachi 두비미수 마자갈로 조달루 가테 주로 까샤미라 샤라라 타밀라 가테 주로 가닐람니밀라 데베달루 ngachi 게캅날로 주달루 때 안숨기 튠렘달루 마기 슐레 몽팔루 ngachi 마 산삼기 되미슬루 가데베 미기 쿵기 마기 미세속 가데베 닐렘베옹 가서기 독바체 처음에 주니라
나기 롱초기 말하기 아치 좋은데 요새는 제 오마수 배아진 때가 지나마 호텔이 진다두수 마차리 사한두수 진다두수에 따따 나반드스 예프지갈레 랄루 레리닌지 같이 랍멜라 당가체기 사하데 때따 예프지 고담자베 디미테 중루티 표 언급 준비 테리기 담아 고가베 운이메세 다 안벨레 텐데 안두수 가라 사자이세 슈니라.
To this, the finance minister said foreign ministry has already discussed these issues with the counterparts.
디날루 땡아처기 사항기 총라 베미디트루 니용가 사신 디타도 남카기 모데 자올레 미통 세슈니라 계식이 총들데 레존베 마주도치 베디 베와첸 중기 카톨레 탑시 네캅레셔 유 세슈니라.
Some council members also raised their concern on Assembly's decision to exempt regional tourists from paying sustainable development fee to visit 11 identified districts. The House will continue the deliberation tomorrow. Samtin Dolkar, PBS News.
Bhutan Council for School Examinations and Assessment declared the results for the 2019 Bhutan Higher Secondary Education Certificate Examination. 10,126 students passed the examination. 11,061 appeared the exam.
Scoring 90.5%, Tendon Wongmu from Ugan Academy topped the science stream. Inji Uzur with 89.5% from Sherabling Central School and Basudev Upadhyaya with 89% from Samsi High Secondary School came in second and third respectively. Isha Sharma with 87.75%, Kilepida with 87.50% and Rigzin Bimla with 85.75%, all from Ugan Academy topped the commerce stream. In the arts stream, Kile Namgyal from Mutitang High Secondary School came first with 86%, followed by Sringyangden from Ugan Academy with 84%. The third position is a tie between Kelzang Choden from Chuka Central School and Birman Gishing from Ugan Academy with 83.5%. In the language and culture studies, Tenzin Yangzom from Takse Central School topped the exam with 75.75%. Karmong Chu with 75.25% from Desi High School in Thimphu and Kezang Dawa with 74.50% from Language and Culture Institute in Thimphu came second and third respectively. The overall pass percentage is 91.55%, an increase by nearly 4% compared to the previous year's pass percentage. The students will be competing for 179 ex-country scholarship slots that the Department of Adult and Higher Education is offering. Besides, the colleges under the Royal University of Bhutan will be taking in some 2,000 students, which also include the slots for the self-financed. Pupgiem for PBS News.
More than 3,000 women came for pap smear in Punakha last month. This is part of the first phase of screening camp which was held in Punakha, Bumtha and Mongar towards eliminating cervical cancer. Detecting the cancer early with a pap smear gives a greater chance to cure.
Droves of women crowd one of the basic health units for pap smear in Punakha. It is a test for cervical cancer in women. The results are declared within 2 hours, which otherwise take months in hospitals. Cervical cancer is the most common cancer among Bhutanese women. It is also among the #1 killer, with about 36 women dying every year in Bhutan. 300 women underwent colposcopy during the month-long camp, which was held in more than 8 basic health units and the district hospital. Doctor recommends colposcopy if pap test result is abnormal. Bhutan became the first country in the region to launch a comprehensive strategy to eliminate cervical cancer. Apart from the pap smear screening, the medical team also conducted breast cancer checkup. Renew, Nuns Foundation and the Cancer Society also accompanied the team and created awareness on domestic violence and cancer-related issues.
Since the government is providing us free medical service, I came here to do the pap smear, as I heard it would help us to keep away diseases. Pap smear can prevent us from getting cervical cancer. It is difficult when we go for pap smear on our own, so we are grateful that they have come to our village to provide the service.
I did the pap smear thrice. As a woman, I do the test on time, fearing the disease. It's important to do the pap smear, especially when we have irregular menstruation or too much bleeding.
This is my first time. I came here since I heard some doctors are coming from Thimphu. After reaching here, I also came to know that in case if we have disease, we should do the test every 3 months and once after every 3 years if there is no problem.
In the last 3 years, 60% of the women between the age of 25 and 65 have undergone the test.
Cervical cancer gi nyengkha di ngachira amsu nyen chami garalu nyengkha yiba diboda ani amsu lalu achi nyengkha ma te ani di ngachira ngema chungkulera nyen chap chungkulera aluke lo chungkulera tele aluya la shabe ke benidi te nyengkha bombe chi diboda digu pap smear bedaba chinte the cancer mitopsi.
Cervical cancer is a sexually transmitted disease caused by human papilloma virus. But unlike other cancers, cervical cancer is preventable if detected early. Cervical cancer is the 6th most referred case after breast, lung, head and neck, blood and thyroid cancers. For Changadojin Punakha, this is Tandin Finso for BBS News.
And to ensure that hazelnut orchards grow well and produce nuts, Mountain Hazelnuts will carry out another large-scale grafting program this month. It was one of the important decisions taken during the Mountain Hazelnuts 3-day annual technical conference in Mongar.
More than 150 field staff from across the country share ideas and skills on diseases, nutrient management, post-harvest management, and research aspects of hazelnut production. To increase nut production, the company will soon start large-scale grafting program in 18 districts.
Last year, we carried out large-scale grafting program. This year also, we would be doing the same beginning this month. Last year, we grafted hazelnut trees on 4,000 acres of land. This year, we would be doing it on additional 1,000 acres. While doing grafting program, we faced some issues. So we discussed those issues in the meeting and we will be doing better grafting program this year.
The rectification is expected to improve the quality and increase overall nut production in the coming years.
The training is conducted to empower our field staff. By empowering our field staff, they will take ownership and work even harder, so it will be more convenient. Another objective is to provide our field staff new technical skills and upgrade their knowledge.
Farmers across the country saw increase in hazelnut production after the grafting program last year. This year alone, the company collected over 24 metric tons of nuts from 18 districts.
So many farmers around the country are now seeing nuts forming on their trees. There had been confusion. Many farmers had forgotten how long their trees had been in the ground. But actually, most of the trees are really only 4 years old. So this is the time when we start seeing the nuts happen. We had a harvest which was bigger than ever before. The quality of the nuts is good, and I have taken those nut samples to different parts of the world, and shown them to buyers who are very interested and want to purchase our nuts and want much more.
Today, there are over 10,000 households and community groups engaged in hazelnut production. For Sonam String in Mongar, Samtin Dolkar, BBS News.
Paro FC lost 1-0 to Bangalore FC as the first leg match of the preliminary round 2 of the 2020 Asian Football Confederation Cup was played at the Chanlamitha National Stadium. With the defeat, Bangalore FC are currently leading the race with the crucial away goal advantage in hand.
Over 8,000 football fanatics flooded the Chanlamitha National Stadium as Paro FC and Bangalore FC went head-to-head against each other for the first time. From the very first minute of the game, the visiting team Bangalore FC suffered to adapt to the cold weather and the AstroTurf pitch, trying to take advantage of which Paro FC made several attempts to open the scoreline early by using their forward Chencho Gelson. However, the champions of Bhutan could not break the deadlock. On the other side, Bangalore FC gradually began to press high and frequently kept the Bhutanese defenders on their toes. Despite the decent effort from both the sides, the first half ended all score with neither side finding the back of the net. The second half of the game saw a much improved display from the visiting side as they often tested the home team with quick counter-attacks. Their hard work finally paid off as Semboy Haokip of Bangalore FC scored in the 53rd minute. With the motive to bounce back into the game, Paro FC tried to change their tactics by bringing in fresh legs through substitutions. However, nothing seemed to work.
We expect again another tough game because Paro has a very good team, but at home we feel very well with our supporters, and I hope that they help us to get a good result.
The second leg match will be played at the Sri Kantirava Stadium in Bangalore on 12th February. The winner will face the winner of the contest between Bangladesh's Abahani Limited Dhaka and Maldives' Mazia Sports and Recreation Club for a place in the group stages of the AFC Cup 2020. This is Basandoji for BBS News.
That's all for this week. Thank you for joining us.